I'm Dr. Sabrina Raman, 2 months into my fresh start at Biogenics Pharmaceuticals. Things are going well. I brought Jessica and Priya with me. They understood what really happened at FarmTech. My new team respects me. No more Jake. No more Tom. No more constant undermining. But then I noticed Sarah, one of my junior engineers, acting strange. She's 27. Seems sweet during hiring. Now she avoids eye contact. Goes quiet when I enter the lab. Closes her laptop quickly during our one-on-ons. Something's wrong. I tell myself I'm being paranoid, but I didn't survive FarmTech by ignoring red flags. One afternoon, Sarah leaves for lunch. Forgets to lock her computer. I shouldn't look, but I'm her manager. I have a responsibility to know if something's compromising my team. I click on her email drafts. There it is. 2. Jake.morrisonfarmtech.com. Subject: question about former colleague. My blood goes cold. Hi, Jake. I saw you worked with Dr. Sabrina Raman at FarmTech. She's my current manager at Biogenics, and I'm noticing some concerning quality decisions. The validation protocols seem rushed, and when I ask questions, she gets defensive. I found some articles about an FDA inspection at FarmTech and wanted to understand what happened there. Would you be willing to talk? The email is unsent. She's been working on it for days, building courage. That little is going behind my back to Jake Morrison. I wait until end of day. Sarah, can we talk in my office? She goes pale. Know something's wrong. I close the door. Stay calm. Professional. I saw your email draft to Jake Morrison. She freezes. I was just you were conspiring with someone from my previous company to undermine me. Do you understand how serious that is? No. I just had questions about validation protocols, and you didn't know who to ask. I'm your manager. I have a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences. But instead of coming to me, you went behind my back to a man who I stopped myself. Stay professional. To someone who was part of a very toxic situation at my previous company. She's crying now. I'm sorry. Some of the decisions we're making seem really fast, and I was scared to question you directly. Scared? Sarah, I've created the most supportive culture in this department. The fact that you felt you couldn't approach me says more about your internalized biases than my leadership. I didn't mean to nod. Did you send it? She hesitates. Just this morning. I'm sorry. My stomach drops. The damage is done. I fire her that afternoon. HR backs me up when I frame it as breach of confidentiality and insubordination. Jessica and Priya are in the hallway when Sarah leaves crying. What happened? Jessica asks. She was coordinating with Jake Morrison, trying to sabotage me again. Priya looks shocked. Are you serious? I saw the emails. They're starting the same campaign they did at FarmTech. I don't mention that Sarah only sent one email. Let them think it's a full conspiracy. That night, I check LinkedIn. Sarah posted something. Was let go from Biogenics today for asking safety questions. If you're a young woman and farmer, document everything. It has 2,000 likes. Shared by pharmaceutical professional groups. People are asking questions in the comments. Someone mentions FarmTech. Someone else links to an article about the FDA inspection. My past is following me. 2 weeks later, I'm called into a meeting with Biogenics executives. We're bringing in an outside consultant to audit our quality systems. The CEO says just routine. The board wants to ensure we're following best practices. I nod. Standard corporate. She'll be here Monday. Dr. Linda Carter, very experienced, excellent reputation. The room tilts. Linda Carter. I keep my voice steady. You know her. We've crossed paths. She was QC director at MedFirst hospital chain. They don't know. She was the one who reported FarmTech to FDA, the one who destroyed me. Monday morning. Conference room. Dr. Linda Carter walks in. Same cold expression, same assessing eyes. She looks at me, no surprise. She knew I was here. Dr. Raman, she says flatly. We meet again. The executives look confused. You two know each other? Dr. Raman's work at FarmTech came to my attention during an FDA inspection last year. Linda says calmly, I'm sure she remembers. I force a smile. That situation was completely misrepresented. There were internal conflicts that I'm here to evaluate systems, not litigate the past. Linda interrupts. Shall we get started? She's here to finish what she started. This isn't an audit. This is a hit job. The first day of Linda's audit is brutal. She sits in on my team meeting, takes notes, asks questions that sound innocent, but are designed to expose gaps. Walk me through your sterility validation approach for the new production line, she says. I explain our 3-run protocol, industry standard. I tell her. Industry standard is 5 runs for new sterile lines, she says mildly. What was your risk assessment for reducing it? Everyone's watching. We determined 3 runs provided sufficient statistical confidence, I say. Do you have the risk assessment documented? I don't. We just decided. It's in the validation master plan. I deflect. I reviewed the VMP this morning. There's no formal risk assessment, just a statement that 3 runs were deemed adequate. The room is silent. We can pull together the supporting data. I say, please do. She makes a note. This happens 4 more times that day. Simple questions I should be able to answer. Each time I deflect. Each time she notes it. By end of week, I realize the truth. She's not auditing our systems. She's auditing me. Friday evening, I'm exhausted, paranoid. I need to know what she's doing. I follow her back to her hotel, park across the street, watch the lobby. An hour later, she comes down, meets someone at the hotel restaurant, Jake Morrison. He flew in. They're coordinating. I take photos through the window, Linda laughing at something Jake said, him showing her documents on his laptop, her nodding, making notes. This is a conspiracy. They're building a case against me again. That weekend, Jessica and Priya come to my apartment. Wine night. We've been doing these since Farm Tech. How's the audit going? Jessica asks carefully. Linda Carter is the woman from MedFirst, the one who reported Farm Tech to FDA. Priya's eyes widen. Are you serious? She's here to destroy me. I saw her meeting with Jake Morrison last night. They exchanged glances. Sabby, Jessica says slowly, what if she's just doing her job? Like maybe Biogenics really did want an independent audit. I stare at her. Whose side are you on? I'm on your side. Linda Carter has an amazing reputation in the industry and she's a woman. Why would she be part of some conspiracy? Because she's a token. I snap. She succeeded by playing by men's rules. She's threatened by women like us who actually challenge the system. Jessica looks at her wine glass, doesn't respond. Priya changes the subject. I realize I'm losing them too. Sunday night, I can't sleep. I'm Googling obsessively. How to fight workplace retaliation. Can consultants be biased? How to discredit an auditor? Nothing helps. Every legal avenue requires evidence. I don't have evidence, I just know they're after me. I find myself on a different kind of site. How to ruin someone's professional reputation. What gets pharmaceutical companies shut down. FDA violations that trigger investigations. I write about a company that got raided for illegal substances. DEA involvement. Company shut down for months. Everyone's careers destroyed. I sit back. If PharmTech was implicated in something illegal, Jake's credibility would be destroyed. Linda's too. If she'd been working with them, Biogenics would drop the audit. I'd be safe. The thought should horrify me. Instead, I start planning. Monday morning, I try the legitimate routes first. I email Biogenics executives. I have concerns about potential bias in the audit process. Dr. Carter has a professional relationship with individuals from my previous company who made false allegations against me. Their response, Dr. Carter is a highly respected industry consultant. Her professional relationships don't constitute bias. Please continue cooperating with the audit. I contact a lawyer. Can I file a complaint against a consultant for workplace harassment? He reviews the situation. She's asking you professional questions you should be able to answer. That's not harassment. You have no case. I try the Pharmaceutical Industry Board. They require documented evidence of misconduct. I have none. Every door closes. Tuesday night, I'm home alone. 2 bottles of wine in. I Google how to sabotage a pharmaceutical company. The search results are useless. Corporate espionage articles. Cybersecurity warnings. Then I see it. An article about a pharma company raided by DEA for growing controlled substances in their research facility. Company shut down for 6 months. CEO resigned. Millions in losses. I remember PharmTech has a bot lab. They grow plants for extracting pharmaceutical compounds. Totally legal. Totally regulated. But what if someone found cannabis plants growing there? Federal crime, DEA raid, PharmTech shutdown, Jake's career over, Linda's credibility destroyed by association. It's brilliant. I tell myself, I'm just defending myself. They came after me. I'm just fighting back. Wednesday, 2:00 a.m. I drive by PharmTech, the facility I used to manage. I know every entrance, every security gap, but I can't just walk in. They definitely deactivated my badge after termination. That's basic security. I need another way in. Thursday afternoon, I'm at a coffee shop near FarmTech, not too close. Don't want to be obvious. I see him. Marcus, one of the older engineers from my old team. He was always neutral, never really against me. I accidentally run into him in the parking lot. Marcus. Oh my god. Hi. He looks surprised, uncomfortable. Sabby, hey, how are things at FarmTech? I heard they're doing well. Yeah, things are good. He's trying to leave. Are you still in QC? Yeah, same role. That's great. Hey, I'm actually meeting a former colleague for coffee. Walk with me. He reluctantly agrees. We chat. I'm charming, sympathetic about farm tech. Don't mention the FDA disaster. At the coffee shop, I buy his drink. We sit. I excuse myself to the bathroom. His badge is on the table, company lanyard, photo ID. I palm it, slip it into my purse, replace it with a similar looking card from my wallet under his napkin. Back at the table, we chat for another 10 minutes. He checks his phone, says he needs to get back. Of course, so good seeing you. He leaves, doesn't notice the badge is gone. I wait 5 minutes, then check. It's Marcus's farm tech badge. Active employee, full access. My heart is pounding. Friday. I need the plant. I drive to a bad part of town. Find the guy through a friend of a friend. Meet him behind a closed restaurant. You a cop? He asks. Do I look like a cop? He's in his 20s, suspicious eyes. What you need? A plant. Cannabis. Small one. You growing? Yeah. First time. He goes to his car. Comes back with a small plant in a plastic container. It's perfect. Maybe a foot tall. $100. That's expensive. You want it or not? I give him cash, take the plant, get in my car, and drive away fast. At home, I stare at it on my kitchen counter. What am I doing? Then I imagine Jake and Linda at dinner, laughing about me, planning my destruction. They started this Saturday, 11 p.m. I'm outside FarmTech. Different car, borrowed from a friend, said I needed it for errands. The plant is in a backpack. I'm wearing gloves this time. Black clothes, hat pulled low. I use Marcus's badge on the side entrance. Green light, click. I'm in. The hallway is dark. I know the security guard route. He checks this wing at 1000 p.m. and 200 a.m. I have a 4-hour window. I move quickly to the bot lab. Swipe Marcus's badge. It works. Inside, rows of plants under grow lights. Legitimate research specimens. I find a spot in the back corner behind taller plants out of immediate sight. My hands are shaking even with the gloves. I place the plant, try to make it look natural like it's been growing there a while. I don't take photos. That's evidence. That's stupid. I just need to report the location. Let DEA find it on their own. I hear something. Footsteps in the hallway. I freeze. Hide behind a shelf. The footsteps pass. Someone going to the bathroom. I wait 10 minutes. Heart pounding so hard I think I'll pass out. Finally, I move out of the lab down the hallway almost to the exit when I hear a voice. Hey. I turn. It's a security guard. Not the one I expected. Building's closed. How'd you get in? I hold up Marcus's badge. Working late, just finishing some data entry. He looks at the badge, looks at me, frowns. You're not Marcus. I'm covering for him. He called and asked me to grab some files. That's not protocol. I need to verify. I run out the side door across the parking lot into the borrowed car. He's yelling behind me. I hear a radio. He's calling it in. I drive fast, not too fast. Can't get pulled over. 3 blocks away. I pull into a 24-hour grocery store. Park. Try to breathe. Did he get my plate? Did the cameras see my face under the hat? I don't know. Sunday afternoon. I'm home. Paranoid, waiting for police to knock on my door. Nothing happens. I craft the anonymous email, use public library computer, wear a medical mask left over from CO. Not suspicious. Create burner email to whom it may concern. I have information that FarmTech Industries is growing controlled substances in their botanical research facility. This represents a federal violation. The plants are located in the back corner of Lab 3B behind the legitimate research specimens. Please investigate immediately before evidence is destroyed. I give them the exact location. Let them find it naturally. No photos, no proof I was ever there. I send it from the library computer, clear the browser history, leave. Now I wait. 3 days later, it happens. I'm watching the local news during breakfast. Federal agents raided FarmTech Industries early this morning following reports of controlled substances being grown on site. I nearly dropped my coffee. It's working. Oh my god, it's actually working. Video footage, DEA vehicles outside FarmTech, agents in tactical gear, yellow evidence tape, the news anchor. Farmche is a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility. Authorities have not yet confirmed what substances were found, but sources say the investigation is ongoing. I checked Jake's LinkedIn. Nothing posted, but his activity has gone silent. He's scrambling. At Biogenics that morning, executives are watching the news in the conference room. Isn't that your old company? Someone asks me. Yes, I say, acting shocked. I can't believe it. Didn't the consultant meet with someone from there? I nod slowly. Dr. Carter did mention she was meeting with a former colleague of mine, Jake Morrison. I thought it was odd, but didn't want to seem paranoid. They exchanged glances. I can see it working. Linda's credibility is tainted by association. That afternoon, the CEO pulls me aside. We're postponing Dr. Carter's audit. Given the situation at FarmTech, we want to avoid any appearance of conflicts. I understand, I say, professional concerned. Your loyalty in bringing this to our attention is appreciated. I go home and open a bottle of wine. I did it. I actually did it. A week later, things get even better. Biogenics offers me a promotion, Director of Quality Systems. We need leaders with integrity, the CEO says, someone who asks hard questions and isn't afraid to protect the company. I accept. Corner office, 40% raise, direct reports tripled. Jessica and Priya take me to dinner to celebrate. See, I tell them, I told you we'd win. They smile, but something's off. They're not as enthusiastic as they should be. What's wrong? Nothing, Jessica says quickly. We're happy for you, but I see doubt in their eyes. 2 weeks after the raid, I'm preparing my first presentation as director, company-wide meeting. I'm presenting my vision for modern quality systems at Biogenics. 60 people in the room, board members, executives, my entire department. I'm mid-presentation talking about integrity and innovation. The conference room door opens, 2 men in FBI windbreakers walk in. Everything stops. Dr. Sabrina Raman? My mouth goes dry. Yes. You're under arrest for filing false reports to federal authorities, evidence tampering, criminal trespass, and identity theft. The room is dead silent. This is a mistake, I say. My voice sounds distant. I haven't done anything. Mom, you were identified by FarmTech Security entering the facility using a stolen badge belonging to Marcus. We have your vehicle in the parking lot on camera. Mr. Marcus reported his badge stolen the day after meeting with you. We also have the anonymous tip traced through library, computer records, and traffic cameras showing your vehicle near that library at the time of transmission. I look at my team. Jessica has tears streaming down her face. Priya has her hand over her mouth. No, I say. No, this isn't. They're framing me. Linda Carter and Jake Morrison. They coordinated this too. Ma'am, please don't make this harder. They handcuff me in front of everyone. As they walk me out, I see Linda in the parking lot. She must have been waiting. Our eyes meet. She doesn't look triumphant. She looks sad, disappointed. I didn't even have to do anything, she says quietly. You destroyed yourself. You did this. I'm screaming now. You and Jake, you framed me. Linda just shakes her head, walks away. They put me in the car. Through the window, I see my former coworkers filing out of the building, staring, taking photos. My career is over. The trial is fast. Evidence is overwhelming. Security footage shows someone matching my description in the parking lot. Traffic cameras caught my borrowed car leaving the scene. Marcus testified. I met with him. His badge went missing that day. He reported it immediately when he got back to work. Library records show the anonymous email was sent from a terminal I was seen using on security footage. The plant had no fingerprints, but they didn't need them. My lawyer is blunt. You need to plead guilty and hope for mercy. But they were conspiring against me. They were having dinner. That's not a crime. What you did is, Jake is called as a witness. He looks tired, older. I haven't seen him since the termination. Prosecutor. Did you coordinate with Dr. Raman to plant evidence at FarmTech? Jake, no. I haven't spoken to Dr. Raman since she left the company. He looks at me when he says it. His eyes are sad. Prosecutor. Did you ask her to do this? No. He pauses. A former colleague at Biogenics asked me about Dr. Raman's work at FarmTech. I told them the truth about the quality issues we had. That's all. I never imagined she'd do something like this. My lawyer doesn't cross-examine. There's no point. During a break, Jake approaches me in the hallway. My lawyer tenses. Sabby, Jake says quietly. I glare at him. Come to gloat? No, I came to say I'm sorry it ended up like this. You destroyed me. You and Linda, you coordinated. We didn't destroy you. You did this to yourself. His voice isn't angry, it's just tired. At FarmTech, all we wanted was for you to slow down, to listen, to accept that quality control means being questioned. That's the job. You undermined me at every tool. We tried to help you. You interpreted help as attack, and now he looks at the courtroom doors. Now you're here, and I'm not happy about it. I'm just sad. He walks away. Tom Bradley is in the hallway too, watching. He doesn't approach, just shakes his head and leaves. They pity me. That's worse than anything. Sentencing day. The judge is a woman. Late 50s, no sympathy. Dr. Raman, you had every advantage. A PhD, a promising career. When faced with professional accountability, you chose to commit federal crimes rather than accept feedback. You stole an employee's badge. You broke into a facility. You planted evidence to frame innocent people. You wasted federal investigative resources and endangered a legitimate pharmaceutical operation. Your Honor, I was being systematically targeted. I've reviewed all the evidence, including the FDA investigation of your conduct at FarmTech. The pattern is clear. When you face criticism, you escalate, you blame, you attack, and now you've crossed into criminal behavior. The only person who engaged in a systematic pattern of misconduct is you. Sentence: 18 months, federal prison, $50,000 fine, permanent ban from working in the pharmaceutical industry. My lawyer says I'm lucky. Could have been 5 years. 12 months later, I'm released on good behavior. Parole officer sets me up with a call center job. Nothing in Farmer, obviously. I apply everywhere anyway. Different names, slightly altered credentials. Every application gets rejected. I'm at a coffee shop, laptop open. Another rejection email. Someone sits across from me. Dr. Linda Carter. I heard you got out. Are you here to gloat? No. She slides a folder across the table. I'm here because you keep applying to pharmaceutical companies under fake names. My blood freezes. How do I consult for most of them? They send me questionable applications. Yours keeps coming up. I stare at the folder. You're blackballing me. I'm protecting patients. Every time a company asks about a candidate with your credentials and timeline, I tell them the truth. That's not blackballing. That's reference checking. She stands to leave. You could have been good at this. You're intelligent, hard work, but you couldn't handle being questioned. And in pharmaceutical QC, being questioned is the entire job. She walks out. My phone buzzes. Parole officer, call center interview tomorrow, 9 a.m. I close the laptop. This is my life now. And I still don't think it's my fault. If this confession kept you hooked, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We share powerful true stories every day that explore the complex realities of life.